Fans watching the live webcast on the ACHA YouTube network. Welcome to the Ohio Health Ice House in Columbus, Ohio for the 2018 American Collegiate Hockey Association Women's Division I National Championship Tournament, hosted by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks. This is ACHA Public Address Announcer Andy Storrs. This is National Semifinal Game number 2 and features on the visiting bench the number 6 seed, University of Colorado Buffaloes. And on the home team bench, the number 1 seed, Liberty University Flames. Let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's National Semifinal Game number 2. First, we'll start with the visiting bench, the Colorado Buffaloes. In goal, a junior from Zion, Illinois, number 35, Natalie Ward. On defense, a sophomore from Denver, Colorado, number 6, Maura Keith. On defense, a freshman from Eagan, Minnesota, number 17, Annika Izabar. At center, a junior from Boulder, Colorado, number 8, Leah MacArthur. At left wing, a senior from Fort Collins, Colorado, number 24, Alyssa Wada. And at right wing, a sophomore from Westminster, Colorado, number 7, Mariah Daly. The head coach of the Buffaloes is Ashley Rebeck. Her assistants are Dean Rebeck and Carrie Jickling. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the home team bench, the Liberty University Flames. In goal, a a grad student from Arnault, Manitoba, number 34, Chantal Kerr. On defense, a freshman from Whitby, Ontario, number 77, Sydney Pierce. On defense, a senior from Sterling, Ontario, number 95, C.J. Tipping. At center, a sophomore from Quismaspas, New Brunswick, number 8, Vanessa DeMerchant. At left wing, a freshman from Leamington, Ontario, number 19, Shannon Fair. And at right wing, a freshman from Washington, Michigan, number 5, Shelby Bradford. The head coach of the Flames is Chris Lowe's. His assistants are Justin Forth and Leah Carlson. The trainer is Kaya Griffin, strength coach Chris Kerr and Caleb Overhoser. The equipment manager is Aaron Duffy. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise and kindly remove all caps and join me, soloist Andy Storrs and organist Carrie Lichthart, in the singing and playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
to Andy Storrs for the introduction of the teams and for the Star Spangled Banner. And so, Nora, what players are you thinking that we should key in on specifically this
You know,
game?
for the Colorado Buffaloes, we really need to look at number 8, Leah MacArthur. She had a hat trick in her first game here, and she really took control of her own bench and really went out there, gave it her all, and had a really good result. And on the other hand, there's number 2, Lauren McDonald for Liberty. She's dominating in every zone of the ice. She's very quick, she's very fast, and we need to keep an eye out for her as well.
And so another thing that's important to key in on in this game is the shortness of the bench for the Buffaloes. They have 12 skaters. You have players like Keefe, like Daly, like McDonald, and they're double shifted, triple shifted even. You'll see MacArthur will come to the bench for like 30 seconds and she's right back on the ice. This being now their 3rd game, do you think that could play into effect?
For sure. I mean, they're going to be gassed. I can only imagine, especially against this Liberty team. They are quick, they're fast, they're big, and hopefully those girls aren't dominated too much, and they're going to give it their best effort because, you know, your season's over if you're not getting the result that you want and you're not putting it out there every shift.
And the opening faceoff is won by Liberty, and they send it into their own end where it's settled around behind, and now they bring it out of their defensive end, and lugging through neutral ice is DeMerchant. DeMerchant sends it right across the spot, but no one able to get a stick on it, and the net knocked off its moorings there, and we'll have a face-off.
Yeah, right away you can see Liberty's wheeling that puck from their own defensive zone, coming all the way, has control throughout the neutral zone, makes that pass across, looking for that shot on goal, and unfortunately the net comes off, but let's see if they do it again.
One thing is Liberty against Minnesota, they only had 1 goal coming into the 3rd period, and even though they wound up winning 1-0, they almost seemed like they were trying to get too cute, so hopefully they need to try and avoid that this game.
Yeah, we're not looking for that perfect shot. We're just looking for that rebound, that deflection, and that's going to count just as much as that pretty goal.
Now the Buffaloes losing an edge there, trying to lug it into the zone was Danos, but now brought in by McDonald. McDonald plays across from Morrison, a quick shot there, and it's buried by Smeebert. She was the first goal scorer last time they played against, and now she's the first goal scorer again tonight. And just like that, the Flames are up 1-0.
Yeah, I know we just talked about it not being, having to be pretty, but I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty goal from all 3 forwards who are engaged on that right there.
Yep. Pass from one right to the next and then dished across the net mouth, and a perfect backdoor finish from Smeebert. And just like that, the Flames are up 1-0, and it's only been 35 seconds.
Yeah, these girls look like they brought it here today, and they don't want their season to end anytime soon.
Now lugging ahead is Como. Como dumps it in, and now going after it is Lysel. Lysel gets taken down to the ice, and now Gibson plays it forward where it's taken on now by the Buffaloes. McIver attempts to play it out, now right into the slot, and a quick shot there. That one's patted away, and it's dished right back out in front, and jumping on top of it and covering it is Warnes.
Yeah, she got another quick shot off there, another scoring opportunity for her team, and looks like Liberty's just bringing it. Colorado's got to get some energy going on their bench and revive their efforts here.
Yeah, if you're the Buffaloes, you've already been scored on once, and Liberty's bringing it to you. You got to wake up right now.
You do. You're going to want to win this draw back to your corner and start a breakout here and get things moving.
Face off won by the Buffaloes, and their attempt to get it out fails, and it's sent right back in by the Flames. Going after it on the forecheck is Lysel, but it kicks back up out to the point for tipping. And now the Buffaloes have it, but they're unable to get it out of the zone again, and now it's brought out by the Flames. Greenwood plays it back and is controlled now by Pierce. Pierce banks it off the boards, but it's taken ahead and lugged in by Daly. Daly unable to get across the blue line, though, and now the Buffaloes are forced to retreat back to their own defensive zone, where it's flipped down ice, and now Daly with possession, and she pokes it ahead from McIver. McIver circles back looking for help, and she passes ahead for Dreher. Dreher passes up into the neutral zone, and now it's sent all the way back down by the Flames, and going after it to retrieve is Hannafy. Now coming away with it is Ash. Ash unable to get it out of the zone, and the Flames have it, but only briefly, as now it's taken on by Daly. Daly lugging through the defensive end and into neutral ice, where she plays ahead for Ash, who dumps it in, and going around behind to play it is the netminder, Kerr.
Yeah, Colorado's really got to focus on winning these small battles, and that's what's going to get them the opportunity to get a goal here, and they need to be strong on their feet and in the corner and hopefully win those battles.
Flames with possession in their own defensive zone. They play around the boards, and now it's lugged out by the Flames and played ahead for DeMerchant. DeMerchant leaves it off, and it's dumped in. And going after it there was Bradford, unable to gain possession though, and now it's held by Kieft of the Buffaloes. Kieft has it poked off of her stick, and now Isabert comes over and takes it away. Isabert flips it back for Kieft, and now Kieft looks to break out, and she plays ahead now for Danos. Danos' pass or dumping attempt is taken by Como. Como plays across for John, and John tries to connect with Smeebert, but it's intercepted by Kieft. Kieft is ruled offsides on entry, and we'll have a draw.
Yeah, that was going to be a nice play there if she didn't come off sides, but Colorado needs to really work on getting that puck breakout out of their zone and getting some momentum down the ice here.
Neutral zone draw is won by the Flames. It's quickly taken and dumped in by McIver, and going after it and retrieving, but we have a whistle. I believe the ruling was a hand pass. Another draw now from neutral ice between McIver and Gilmore. This one won by Gilmore and taken now by Tipping. Tipping looks to play it ahead, and it's taken on by Bierney. Bierney dumps it into the zone, and going after it and retrieving are the Buffaloes. Now both teams battling for it behind the net. Neither team really able to come away with it yet. And it kicks into the near corner, and going after it to retrieve is Hannafy. Both teams continuing to spear away at it now along the near wall. And it kicks back around behind where it's taken on by Dreher. Dreher banks it off the boards, but it's taken there by Bierney, and she flips it ahead. And now Dreher manages to kick it out to neutral ice where it's taken by McLeod.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Bierney. She started out this offensive zone coverage here by making a smart play along the sideboards and getting a shot on net. No goal, but that's the effort we like to see from these girls right now.
Solid save there from Warrens, and that's good for your confidence after giving up an early goal.
It sure is, and you do need to regain that confidence, and hopefully your team's helping you out with that.
Defensive zone draw for the Buffaloes, and they'll win it, but quickly possession is taken by the Flames. Tipping from the point, takes a wrist shot through traffic, and it doesn't find its way all the way through. And now here come the Buffaloes with a good 2-on-2 opportunity. Buffaloes drop off for Daly. Daly with a wrist shot, and that one gets blocked away. And now it's taken on by the Flames.
Yeah, Daly had her head up there. She wanted that shot. She came across top of the circles with some speed and knew where she was going to put it there.
Now Kieft bringing it into the zone, looking for a passing option out in front, unable to find anything, and now she's tied up with Tipping. Both battle for the puck. They continue to scrum for it behind the cage. And finally coming away is the Buffaloes. Pass attempt out in front gets blocked down. Now Kieft with it, but now the Flames have possession, and their clearance attempt is blocked down, and a slap shot into the zone again from Isabert. Daly goes after it, but it's taken on now by Carroll.
Yeah, maybe a little change of play here. Liberty looks like they might be struggling to get out of their zone and get something going, and here comes Buffalo across the blue line and see if they can make it happen.
Isabert trying to catch him at a change there, unable to do so, and now she has it around behind the net. Looking for an option to kick it out in front. A battle with Smeebert, and eventually the Flames come away, and it's played off now for McDonald. McDonald plays ahead looking for Morris. Both teams battle for it, and it gets kicked back around behind. And now both teams scrum for it once again, and it kicks out for Morris. Morris passes ahead looking for McDonald. McDonald with a lot of speed hoping to get possession, but was unable to do so. And now Smeebert blocks it down, and she's looking to pass it out in front. Smeebert circling around behind the net, bringing it out along the far wall. Now working her way into the slot, but possession is taken by Ash. Ash manages to force it out to neutral ice, and Smeebert dumps it back in, and the Buffaloes will go and retrieve in the form of Hannafy.
Yeah, you can really see Liberty here playing their systems well. They're all looking around. They want to know where they are. You can hear them talking down there, and they look like they're trying to get something done again here before this period ends here.
Dreher in a battle for it, and it's stripped away and taken by Como. Como now controlling behind the net. She kicks it up ice, and now it's flipped long looking for Bierney, and it looks like it might connect, and now coming away and taking it is Greenwood. Bierney from a knee takes a shot, and that one goes just high. A great shot from a knee.
Yeah, you like to see that from your players.
And a good chance, and they score! A deflection goal buried by Gibson. A quick slap shot from the point. It kicks out. Gibson finds it first and manages to put it up high over the goalie's pads, and it's 2-0 Flames.
Yeah, another great goal from Liberty. They're putting these shots low on net. They're getting those rebounds. If you're not going to get your own rebound on these shots, someone else is going to the net and driving hard, and that's the result of that right there.
First goal was pretty. That one a bit dirtier. Doesn't matter how they go in as long as they hit twine.
Exactly.
Face off, won by the Buffaloes. Now Kieft with possession. She lugs it into the zone, and a quick wrist shot there from Wada gets snared by the trapper and held by Kerr.
Yeah, that's one of the first shots I've seen. She's really squaring up to that shot and making sure she's covering it so Colorado can't come in and get a rebound or such like and put themselves up on the board.
It's good to see because when a goalie doesn't take a lot of shots, sometimes they can get cold and let in a soft one.
Yeah, so she's going to do a really good job here. She's looking around and she's following that puck. She's
Dally
tracking
kicks it into the slot. Almost have turned into something there for the Buffaloes. Now a 3-on-1 and developed into a 2-on-1. Pass across and a quick wrist shot there. And another try. And the Flames unable to put either one past Warrens. A long dump out, and Kerr is just going to cover that and hold for a draw.
Yeah, you can never be too safe with those pucks. Some funny bounce or trickles right by, and you hate to see that, but she's making sure that's not happening, and she's just standing strong back there.
Both teams bring out their first lines. Get set for the draw, and it's won by the Buffaloes. And a quick shot there, and a shot from Dowley is covered up. No rebounds from Kerr.
Yeah, Liberty's taking control, I'd say, a little bit here, and Colorado might look a little overwhelmed, but here we go again.
A false start on the draw, so Morris will be tossed. Spiebert will come in to replace her on the faceoff. And MacArthur will win the draw back to the point, and a quick wrist shot there. Doesn't find its way all the way through. Kicks loose down low, and both teams battle for it. And eventually coming away with it were the Flames, but now it's battled for in the near corner. Neither team able to come away with it, and finally Ash comes out of the pile with it, and Ash tries to backhand one on goal, but that one gets blocked down, never finding its way all the way through. But Ash gets to her own rebounds and sends it back around behind, where it's settled by Tipping. Tipping plays it around the boards, and now it's taken out by McDonald. McDonald plays ahead for Morris, and Morris will dump it into the cross corner, and they'll go off for a change.
That's a smart play by Morris. She dumps it into the corner and gets off the ice and makes that safe call.
Ash plays it across the net mouth. Kerr not having any of it and jumps right on it and covers up for another draw.
Yeah, Colorado seems to be taking these low shots, looking for something to come off a pad or a stick or driving the net, and let's see if they can put one in the back of the net here. Win back to one of their points and see the outcome.
Guyver unable to win the draw, and it's controlled by the Flames. Now battled for behind the net, and it comes free with Flames possession. Gets sent around the boards and going after it and gaining possession now are the Flames. A stretch pass there looking for Bradford just off the mark. And winning the race to it is Kieft, short of an icing. Now Kieft has possession behind her own net. And now she turns it over to Bradford. Gets kicked out into the slot, and a quick wrist shot, and a good save there from Warrens. Very well could have been 3-0 just like that.
Yeah, Liberty's involving every player on the ice in these plays, and it's really good. It's really nice to see that they're doing so.
And we got a penalty upcoming there as it got a little scrummy in the corner. And I believe that this will put the Flames on the power play. Yep, Flames power play, and that's Kieft going to the box, which is the Buffalo's #1 defenseman. And that's the last thing that you want to see.
I say that's going to be a hard one to swallow. She doesn't want to be put in that position. She really needs to be out there on the ice and doing everything she can to get her team up on the board right now.
A good opportunity for the Flames to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And the Flames control off the faceoff and set up to the point for Tipping. Tipping takes a shot through traffic, but that one doesn't find its way on frame. And now it's taken out by Wada. Wada to MacArthur. MacArthur pulls the trigger and a good save from Kerr.
That was a good save. She saw that coming from a mile away and was in good position and didn't let it come by her.
Now the Flames try a sharp angle shot. That one doesn't find its way home. That was a good try there from Gilmore. Up to the point for Tipping. Tipping goes down low for Smeebert. Smeebert shot right across the net mouth, and it's buried off the rebound. It seemed as though Warrens just lost it and thought it was going all the way across, and it didn't, and then buried short side, and I believe that it was Fair that wound up putting it home.
Yeah, she was hung out a little bit there. Her defense weren't helping her out a whole lot, and Liberty took complete advantage of that opportunity, and we're going to have a goaltending change here.
3 goals in less than half of the period, and just like that, Warrens is out and Hartman is in. Hartman did win the first game for the Buffaloes against Michigan State, and then Warrens won the second. They went with Warrens today, and they've already switched to Hartman. Yeah,
Liberty's going to get those results if they keep crashing the net with all 3 forwards coming right behind the puck.
With possession now is Danos. Danos sends it around the boards for Ash. Ash with possession. Played ahead, looking for McIver. Pass connects, and McIver dumps it into the zone. And going after it and gaining possession is John. John sends it around the boards. And it's trapped off by the Buffaloes, but it gets sent back to John behind the net.
Yeah, you can hear both teams talking down there and trying to set something up and get on the same page and dominate these zones right now.
Greenwood dumping into the zone, and that allows the Flames to get off for a much-needed change. And now MacArthur comes bringing it back for the Buffaloes. MacArthur connects with Ash in neutral ice. Now Ash brings it in, takes a wrist shot. That one patted away by Kerr. Rebound opportunity, and that shot from MacArthur is covered up and held for a draw.
Yeah, you can tell Liberty's pretty confident in their goaltender's capability to stop the puck. They're letting her come out to face those shots, and if need be, they're going to come right up behind her and make sure nothing happens.
A false start on the draw. Flames will get tossed. And it's the second time this game now Morris has been tossed. Smeebert coming in to take the draw. And winning the draw is Smeebert, and she comes away with possession herself. She plays ahead now, looking for McDonald. McDonald with speed through the neutral zone. McDonald drops off for Morris. Morris sends it around behind, and now McDonald controls. McDonald looks to get a shot off, and she's decked. And yeah, that was body checking, not body contact, and that will be a penalty.
That's something you can't be doing. You can't take that call for your team, especially down 3 goals right now. That's something you got to be aware of. Keep your head up, and that's not going to look good right now.
And already down 3-0. You got a goalie on the ice who didn't get to warm up, and now you're putting her in a shorthanded situation.
Yeah, it's not a good recipe for success right now, but they're going to figure it out and see what they can do to kill this penalty.
If you are the Buffaloes right now and you can kill this penalty, that can be a momentum builder. So maybe they can use this to springboard. Puck loose in front, and eventually it kicks out where it's taken on now by Gilmore. Gilmore goes cross ice, and it's taken by Bierney. Bierney sets up for Tipping. Tipping goes for Smeebert. Smeebert sends it cross ice, and it's tapped home, and a beautiful goal for Shannon Fair, her second of the game.
That was a great goal. She was standing right there, ready to get that rebound, ready to get that deflection, and they're up 4-0.
Change the goalie, but I don't think it matters who you have between the pipes. That's not being stopped. That comes down to defense.
It does. That was, like you said, that wasn't going to get stopped, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of effort from the Colorado bench to revive themselves here right now.
You have Fair just sitting on the back door all by herself. Pass comes across, easy tap in, 4-0 Flames. Both teams battling for it along the near wall, and it comes away in possession of the Buffaloes. Bank it off the wall, and Wada mishandles it. But now intercepted by the Buffaloes, and MacArthur had a chance there, but it slips off her stick and now taken on by Lysel. Lysel's pass gets blocked down, and now MacArthur brings it into the offensive zone. She's forced off of it, and Como plays ahead, and it's taken now by Bradford. Another pass attempt from John, again blocked by MacArthur.
Yeah, MacArthur's all over the ice this shift. She's really commanding her team, setting the level high, and hopefully these girls catch on to what she's throwing out there because she's not ready to give up right now.
Lugged into the zone there. but unable to generate anything as the Flames were offsides. Now we'll come back to the neutral zone for the draw. And face-off is won by the Buffaloes. Morris sends it back in deep, and going after it is Kieft. Kieft cycling around and manages to bring it out from behind her own goal line, but now turns it over to Morris. Morris unable to get on it though. And then Kieft has it back and now battling along the far wall with Kieft and Ash and Smeebert. Smeebert twisted up to the point and is taken on now and sent across for McLeod. McLeod's wrist shot, unable to get on frame, and now kicked out right into the slot, but coming away with it is Danos and trying to stop the bleeding. She brings it up through neutral ice and dumps it into the zone.
Yeah, Danos strong winger up there at the point trying to block that shot from Liberty, and she takes it down the ice and down below the goal line, see what she could do, and she's going to regroup here and do it again.
The Flames play it cross ice, looking to get out of their own end, and now it's taken on by Bradford. Bradford walks into the slot, and her stick is held up by Isabert, and now she takes the shot off, but not where she wanted to. A good defensive play by Isabert to force Bradford to the outside and not allow her to get a shot right from the slot.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want right now.
Neither team making line changes, and they step up for the draw. Both teams battling for the faceoff, and eventually it comes away in possession of the Flames. It's controlled down low by DeMerchant, and she sends it around the boards. Going after it there was Bradford, but Wada comes away with possession. Wada plays it out to neutral ice. Now going after it is Daly, but just beating her to it there were the Flames. Brought in by Wada, but brought in offsides. And with 6:54 to go in the first period, we'll have a neutral zone faceoff.
Yeah, Colorado really needs to step up their compete level here on those one-on-one battles. They're going to get any strength back or some momentum. Those need to be start getting to be won, and something they can focus on and talk about here right now.
All right, so with the score 4-0 Flames, we're going to go to a media timeout, and we'll be back after the break.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Aries Sportswear, the official merchandise sponsor of the ACHA, Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape of the ACHA, and by the Three-Legged Mare, located right in the heart of downtown Columbus.
And we are back at the Ohio Health Ice House in Columbus, Ohio. This is the practice rink of the Blue Jackets, but for now it is the rink where the Women's D1 National Championship semifinals game is being played between the Liberty Flames and the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah, you got to commend both teams for making it this far into their season. It's a feat just to be here, and they got to be proud of that. The number 6 seed Colorado, number 1 seed Liberty University Flames.
Winner goes on to play the Adrian Bulldogs tomorrow night. Face-off won by the Buffaloes, and Kieft sends it all the way around where it's settled by Kerr. It gets kicked out, now taken ahead by Lysel. Lysel going cross ice now and flips it in on the backhand, and it gets sent around behind. And going after it and attempting to settle are the Buffaloes. Buffaloes with possession. It gets sent in and deflected by Wada, but she's unable to gain possession. And now sent back out and in possession for Lysel. Lysel loses it to Kieft, and it gets sent back down for Como. Carther getting tangled up behind the play, but nothing coming of that. Como sets up John in the defensive end, and Flames seem pretty content just passing around right now with no forecheck, and finally they're forced out of their own end and out to neutral ice. And
yeah,
we got a penalty upcoming.
A little bit of running around there for both teams that shift, but we need to get on the same page here and figure out what they're doing and getting those last changes and putting those people out on the ice that you think are going to get the job done.
Both teams seem to be awaiting what the call was there. And now so no penalties assigned, but Face off in the Buffaloes defensive end, and it's one to Bradford. Bradford from behind the net. She twists it around, and it's taken on by Kieft.
Great idea there, but someone needs to be coming out behind her for that cycle pass, and she needs to go to the net and maybe get a shot off.
Battling for it there was Kieft, but the Flames come away with possession in the form of DeMerchant. She plays ahead now for Bradford. Bradford walking into the zone. She brings it around down low. Now she's going to look for a pass out in front. And she's forced off the puck there by the Buffaloes. Now both teams battling for it along the near wall. And it comes away for Kieft. Kieft flips it cross ice and connects with Wada. But Wada has it skip off of her stick, and it's taken on now by Smeebert. Smeebert gets it by one, unable to get by two, but now it's taken by Morris. And Morris's shot right out in front, McDonald jabbing at it, and it's covered up, and a strong save there from Hartman.
Yeah, they got the right idea going to the net like that, and they keep doing that, getting the pucks there. That those are going to go in, and the Colorado defensemen here really need to start clearing those out of the zone and even out of the crease a little bit, I'd say, and make sure they're not going to get this lead to grow any farther.
And you can really see the speed of McDonald in that play. When that puck was worked in low, she was all the way up at the blue line, and by the time the puck got on goal, she was in front trying to jab it home. Puck sent down low, and going around behind to get it is McDonald. She sends it out in front, looking for Bradford, and it's loose in front, and unable to get a stick on it was Morris, and now here comes MacArthur. MacArthur flips it in. Kerr wanted to cover up, but unable to get her glove over it, and now Tipping takes it away for the Flames. Tipping plays cross ice, looking to connect with Bradford. That doesn't work, but McDonald flying down the ice, negates the icing herself, and she tries to play it around for Bradford, but it's taken by Isabert. Isabert had her stick held there, but no call, and it's sent back around behind, and Isabert holds it once again. Isabert tries to play ahead for Ash, but that's off the mark. And now it's dumped in by Tipping, and going after it and gaining possession is Gibson.
Yeah, these Liberty forwards aren't even giving Colorado the chance to break the puck out of their zone. Every time they have the puck, they're on them immediately with reinforcement behind them.
And the Buffaloes are about to get another power play there. I'm sorry, the Flames are going to get another power play. It's a penalty on the Buffaloes.
What the call is.
Got a tripping call. The penalty is on Hannafy.
Now we got a body check as well, I believe. Yeah.
Yep, so it's offsetting, so we'll go to 4-on-4.
Yeah, spread the ice out a little bit, getting to know where everyone is and see how both these teams utilize the offensive zone to their advantage here if they can make it happen.
With the speed of the Liberty Flames, this could be the last thing that you want right now if you're the Buffaloes.
Exactly. You really got to regroup and make sure that everyone's doing their job, and that's how this is gonna really end it or be the beginning of something else.
Kieft working into the offensive zone. She leaves it off for McIver, but line pass was off the mark, and now it's flipped ahead and brought on by DeMerchant. DeMerchant waiting for help. And a quick shot there. That one goes off the outside of the cage, and it's taken by the Buffaloes.
Yeah, smart play by DeMerchant. She comes in the zone, circles back, waits for the rest of her team to regroup and catch up to her and make sure that puck isn't getting out anytime soon.
DeMerchant got taken down in the slot there. She was a little bit slow to get up, but stayed with it, and now she's going to go off for a change. Appears to be fine, though. And now it's played ahead by the Buffaloes and set up and dished forward for Ash.
Yeah, that pass across the middles, someone's got to be talking. That could have been real dangerous right there. She came across with speed, and that could have easily been turned over. Another scoring opportunity for Liberty.
Ash attempted to jab one home herself there, but Kerr quickly jumped on it, covered up, and we'll have a draw with 2:52 to go in the first. You can really see the Flames' desire to protect their goaltender there as Ash got in close. 3 Flames quickly converged around her and shoved her out of there right after the whistle. Face-off won by the Flames. And bringing it ahead now is Tipping. Tipping lugging through the zone, and she flips it through, and Thought she had a teammate there, but none were there, and it wound up being offsides anyways. But we'll come back out to neutral. A bit of a cheering section going on for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, they're not giving up hope, and hoping the girls on the ice aren't either.
That one flipped in by the backhand of Dreher, but off the mark, and now here comes McDonald back the other way. McDonald takes a shot looking for the far corner, and she was just a little bit too high on it. Gilmore takes it, plays it up to the point for Smeebert. Smeebert plays across for Tipping. Tipping's wrist shot gets blocked down and now taken by Daly. Daly passes ahead, and MacArthur comes away with it. MacArthur dumps into the zone, and the Buffaloes will rush off for a change as it's settled behind by Kerr with 3 seconds to go in the 4-on-4, and we are back to 5-on-5 full-strength hockey.
Yeah, Liberty's really taking advantage of this game. They're able to slow down each play, really calculate meticulously what they want to do, and they're getting it done.
Flames just turned it over in the defensive zone there, and Keefe's shot got blocked down. And Bradford able to work it out, and she now controls it neutral ice, and Bradford's by with Bierney, looking for a pass out in front for Bierney, and he goes right across the net mouth. No one able to get a stick on it, and now it gets kicked back around behind, where it's taken on by Fair. Fair up to the point. Como back down low for Fair. Fair out in front looking for DeMerchant, but that off the mark. And it's taken on now by the Buffaloes.
Yeah, these Colorado defensemen got to make sure they're not throwing it up the boards like that, because Liberty's right on top of them when they are.
Keefe forces a turnover, and she gets taken to the ice. Body contact there, so clean. And now the Flames with it behind the Buffalo goal. They set up to the point for John. John tries to work it down low, but it's intercepted and now dished ahead for Daly. Daly with possession. She takes a shot, and that one right into the chest and covered up by Kerr.
Yeah, these Liberty defensemen aren't even going to let Colorado get close to their goaltender. They're pretty cautious, and rightfully so, but they're doing their job out there, protecting her, protecting themselves, and getting it done.
So now with 53.7 to go in the first period, a defensive zone draw for the Flames, and possibly an opportunity if you're the Buffaloes. Daly getting tossed from the draw. We'll go ahead and bring in MacArthur. At least if you're the Buffaloes, that player getting tossed, both MacArthur and Daly are very skilled at face-offs, so you don't lose too much, and they win the draw. Slap shot from Dreher gets blocked down, and it kicks free and is taken on now by McDonald. McDonald twisted ahead, and McDonald's still on it, and she will be ruled offsides. As while she crossed the line before the puck, she did not have possession, so she stays offsides.
Yeah, they're going to bring this out to neutral zone and see what momentum comes out of this with 41 seconds here left in the first period. 4-0 lead for Liberty University Flames.
If you're the Buffaloes at this point, you might just be hoping to be happy, get to the intermission with the scoreline where you're at, and just look to regroup and come out for a strong second.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of on the bench, and you're hopefully your coaches are giving you some encouragement, and they're not too quiet down there, and they still believe that they can get an outcome out of this maybe. So regroup, get everyone on the same page, and execute your systems that you do in practice, and figure it out.
Now a defensive zone draw for the Buffaloes with 27.1 left. If you're the Buffaloes, you could still win this draw and maybe get a good opportunity off a rush. And if you're the Flames, you're looking to get a sustained offense for the next 27 seconds and try to get one at the last second. Kicked right out in front by the Flames, but Ash takes it away. No Flame able to get a stick on it, and now Ash brings it out on the rush opportunity. Ash works it right into the net slot, but that one is covered up by Kerr.
Yeah, Ash came into the zone with speed and really gave everyone else behind the play an opportunity to catch up. And unfortunately, it didn't go in, slide past that low blocker, but she's got the right idea coming across the net like that.
11 and a half to go in the first period. The defensive zone draw for the Flames now. MacArthur gets tossed, Ash comes in. The Buffaloes are actually running 3 players that have played center and are capable of running faceoffs. It's almost like they're prepared for players to get tossed from the draw.
If they watched anything like the last game we just had versus Miami and
Adrian,
yeah. They were getting tossed out left and right, so maybe they caught on to that and made sure they were prepared for that move.
All right, and so that is it for the first period. And after 20 minutes, the score is the Liberty University Flames 4 and the University of Colorado Buffaloes 0. Buffaloes will look to come out in the second period to regroup. I'm Quinn Kuski, this is Nora Sewell, and we'll be back for the start of the second period here on the ACHA YouTube network.
For over a century, Columbus has had an appetite for sports. As our city grew, so did our ravenous hunger for more. More sports, more of the time. And not just the mainstream, we wanted it all. A sports city founded on determination, focus, strength. We were never mediocre, and to this day, we never settle. We're a bunch of sports-crazed, competition junkies dying to sink our teeth into whatever game, match, tournament, league, or season thrown our way. You see, Columbus is full of passion. Passion for all that sports embody. Hope, challenges, progress. As we continue our journey to be one of the world's best sports destinations, it's clear Columbus has no off-season.
Hello, this is Harry at Howie's. Not all hockey pucks are created equal. This is a Canadian-made high-density rubber puck. It is chip-resistant. If you'd like, we'll put your team's logo on a case of these pucks. This is a good product.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
Got to shoot it, and she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st. party never stops and the fun never ends. Join us all weekend long. Visit ncaa.com/women's Final Four today.
Hey, this is Betsy from Howie's, and I want to tell you a little bit about our hoodies. They're made with a polyester and pre-shrunk cotton blend, which means they're not going to shrink down on you. They're really thick and super soft on the inside. They also have these classy Howie's cloth laces on them. So whether you're at the rink or out on the pond, I know you're going to love this hoodie.
My name is Kelly Lorenz, and I'm the Team Store Specialist here at Aries. AriesTeamStore.com is our solution to helping coaches put together spirit wear sales and fundraising.
My name is Adam Walters, and I'm the head boys and girls track coach at Olentangy Orange High School. The fundraising feature of AriesTeamStore.com is nice because you can add $1 or $2 to every item, and then if you have 100 kids and they all buy one item, you just made a quick, easy $100 or $200. It's effective and simple, easy to use, and you get great apparel.
Hey, this is Jason with Howie's Hockey Tape, here to tell you about our top quality polo shirts, for any occasion whether you're out on the golf course or out with friends. Our dry fit polo will keep sweat away from your body and keep you on your game. Stay dry, cool, and looking good with your Howie's polo.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?
For over a century, Columbus has had an appetite for sports. As our city grew, so did our ravenous hunger for more. More sports, more of the time. And not just the mainstream, we wanted it all. A sports city founded on determination, focus, strength. We were never mediocre, and to this day, we never settle. We're a bunch of sports-crazed, competition junkies dying to sink our teeth into whatever game, match, tournament, league, or season thrown our way. You see, Columbus is full of passion. Passion for all that sports embody. Hope, challenges, progress. As we continue our journey to be one of the world's best sports destinations, it's clear Columbus has no off-season.
Hello, this is Harry at Howie's. Not all hockey pucks are created equal. This is a Canadian-made high-density rubber puck. It is chip-resistant. If you'd like, we'll put your team's logo on a case of these pucks. This is a good product.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
And we're going to look at some highlights now, and there's the opening goal, an early shot from Smeebert. Quickly beat, got past Warren's short side, and it was an early 1-0 lead for the Flames.
Yeah, here comes the second one. Finds the back of the net, short side. Goes right in.
Good rebound opportunity there.
Yeah, she knew where she wanted to be, and she buries it.
There's the last play of the night for Warrens as puck got sent across and got blocked off by a defenseman. Warrens went all the way across the net mouth, wasn't ready for it on the back door.
Yeah, head up here, finds a teammate, funny little tip, and 4-0.
Yep, power play goal. Unfortunate opportunity there. Hartman, nothing much you can do about that. Backdoor tap in.
She's got to shoot it. And she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st. Never stops and the fun never ends. Join us all weekend long. Visit NCAA.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?
And we're back for the start of the second period between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Liberty Flames for the National Championship Women's D1 Semifinals matchup. And so I'm Quinn Kuski, this is my partner Nora Sewell. And so, Nora, what are you looking for out of the Buffaloes as they try to rebound here to start the second period?
Oh, well, you're hoping they went into the locker room, settled down maybe a little bit, realized that this game's going to go play-by-play and slow it down. each shift by shift, you need to really do what you can to help your team out and maybe put some points up there on the board right now.
And if you're the Flames, do you change anything or just keep doing what you've been doing?
I think you're dominating the way you are, so might be safe to stay do what you do right now.
And so the Flames with possession in their own defensive zone, a long clear-out attack gets intercepted by Kieft. Kieft walks in and lets a bomb go and buries it! 15 seconds into the period, Kieft rips it upstairs with an absolute bomb from the top of the circles, and the Buffaloes have life. 4-1, Colorado's back.
Yeah, she lit that goal up right now. She came in top the circles speed, and maybe like I said, they went back to that locker room, realized they need to get on the board quickly, and the momentum might change here a little bit for them.
Kieft is far and away the tallest player on the ice whenever she's on it, and when you're taller, you have a longer stick, and with that longer stick, you can get a lot more flex on it, a lot harder of a shot. You notice it was Daniel Chara in the NFL. He can wire them a lot harder than a lot of other players.
Yeah, you watch that replay right there. She really opens up the blade of her stick, comes off the toe, a little bit funny, gives it that loft up into that right-hand corner of the net right there.
Up to the point, another bomb gets let go. That one doesn't get all the way through. Coming down and attempting to play it was Danos, and she sends it around behind where it's taken on by the Flames. Flames with possession. Gets kicked across, and it's battled for along the far wall. Danos and Ash attempting to pull it free. And eventually it comes away for Danos, and she'll dump it in, and the Buffaloes will get a change. Now held around behind and brought on out and passed ahead, and here come the Flames.
Yeah, Liberty seems to be running a pretty simple breakout and getting that into the offensive zone and letting everyone catch up behind her.
That one gets dumped into the zone by the Buffaloes. And now coming around behind and trying to take it free there was MacArthur. Unable to do so, and now here comes Gilmore.
Yeah, her center bailed her out there a little bit, took her position up on the point and made sure that puck was getting across the blue line to make sure she wasn't caught below those hash marks.
Going into the zone there a bit early was Gibson. Gilmore wound up offside, so we'll have a draw back at neutral ice. Both teams make changes.
Yeah, you're Liberty, you want to win this forward and go full force into the offensive zone. And if you're Colorado, you want to win this back to your D and regroup back in your own zone and see what happens.
Liberty wins the draw. It goes all the way back to the netminder Kerr. And now that one gets kicked out, and it's taken ahead where it's intercepted by Kieft. Kieft goes with a long dump in. That one goes off the blocker kind of awkwardly from Kerr. Seemed to catch her off guard that puck wound up on frame. Now Como with it around behind, and Daly attempting to rip it free.
It's always safe to pin that puck along the boards there and make sure you command and have control before you come out with it. That's exactly what Liberty's doing here.
Greenwood passes it across the net mouth. No one able to get a stick on it. Lyle going in hard, attempting to poke it in, but unable to do so. That one kicks out into back behind the net, and it's taken on now by Dreher. Dreher playing it up the boards, and it winds up getting carried back down low by Fair. Fair behind the net looking for help, and she eventually kicks it over to DeMerchant.
Yeah, she had a nice little cycle there to her teammate and reversed the play around the other side, and they see if they come out of the sideboards with the puck.
That eventually gets kicked all the way back out to the defensive end where it's taken on now by Pierce. Pierce through neutral ice, looking to pass ahead for DeMerchant. That one goes off the mark. And now a good chance for Ash. Ash brings it in, and her shot right into the chest plate and covered up by Kerr.
Yeah, very similar play she had in the first period there. She comes across this blue line top of the circles, and she's looking for that low blocker, low glove shot, maybe get a rebound, and she's doing what she can right now.
The Buffaloes are buzzing right now. A good start to the period. They're looking like they want to try and get back into this game.
They are. They definitely did something down there in the locker room and revived their efforts. And even their fans up here, they're giving them a little hope too. They're cheering them on and doing what they can to help their girls out here right now.
These fans here for the Buffaloes, they're definitely the loudest group of fans that I've heard since Ohio in the men's D1 national tournament.
They definitely are. And as a player, you appreciate it. You appreciate the support and them standing behind you even when you're down by 3 goals.
Now the puck kicked out to neutral ice, and attempted to get a stick on it there was Danos, but it's taken away by Smeebert. Biebert works it into the offensive end. Attempts to muscle her way by a couple players, unable to do so, and it's taken on now by the Buffaloes. Kieft plays it ahead, but it's off the mark and now racing after it, and it will be an icing as John gets there first.
Yeah, if you're that winger, you really got to catch that pass. Make sure that's not an icing. She comes out from behind the net. She's looking for you. That's your job to make sure that her pass counts for something, because she had her head up and safer to go to the side than right up the middle of the ice.
And MacArthur on the draw against the captain, Courtney Gilmore. Gilmore wins the draw, and it's controlled now by Bernie. Bernie works it around behind the net. And that one gets poked free, and it's taken on now by Como back in her own defensive end. Como plays it across for John. John goes back to her. Como works it up, lugging through neutral ice now, and into the offensive end. Work down low and backhanded. That one sticked away by Kieft. And now taken on by the Buffaloes. McIver plays it ahead for Kieft. Kieft brings it into the zone. Her wrist shot gets blocked down out in front. And now the Flames with possession once more.
Yeah, she's making sure all three of her forwards come up behind her and gonna have a turnover maybe, and here the Buffaloes come maybe across red line.
That one dumped into the zone by MacArthur, and it's played by Kerr, and around behind it's taken by Tipping. Tipping, lugging through her own defensive end and now through neutral ice, and she'll go with a dump, and that one winds up on frame, and Hartman just play it safe and cover up for a draw.
Yeah, she's got to cover that and make sure that they're not coming in as fast as they are. They can control the pace of the game, and they've been doing a really good job here in the half of the second period. I should say 15 minutes left.
Face off won by the Buffaloes, and here comes Ash. Ash attempting to bring it along the boards, and it's taken on now by Dreher. Dreher dumps it into the zone. And around behind, it's taken on and dumped around by McLeod. McLeod turns it over to Ash, and Ash from the slot, and that shot unable to be buried. And now it kicks free, and Ash with it again. Ash up to the point, walking down low, and now passing cross ice for Dreher. Dreher goes back across for Ash. Ash backhands one, and that one goes wide of the cage. Ash still on it, and cycles around and goes for McLeod.
Yeah, Ash is doing her job as a center pretty well. She's all over the ice. She's helping her D, she's helping her wingers, and has her head up in that zone, and that's the way she's getting the shots that she is right now.
That puck gets sent around, and MacArthur will be the first one to it. MacArthur goes cross ice, and a good opportunity here, and a shot. That one's snared by the trapper.
Yeah, like I said, can't be passing that right across the middle of the ice. I know you want to break it out, but use those boards, look for your wingers, and rather hold on to it than have that opportunity. That was going low glove and makes the save.
A great opportunity for Santelli. Cut this lead in half in the second period, but good glove save from Kerr, and it remains a 3-goal game. Face-off battled for and pulled away by McDonald. McDonald with speed through neutral ice. She brings it into the offensive end and passes right across the net mouth, and both teams battle for it, and it kicks into the far corner where it's now taken by John. John's wrist shot gets blocked down out in front, and coming away with it are the Buffaloes.
Yeah, McDonald, she just comes across that neutral zone. She's commanding herself with that puck whenever she has it, and you're especially from our vantage point up here, she's flying, and she's quick, she's fast, and she gets that puck on her stick. She knows what she's doing, and she's gonna take that opportunity to get a goal for her team every time.
And the matchup against Minnesota, they were just flipping pucks way up into the air and letting her just skate under them and take them on breakways.
I mean, if you have
really
a player like that, you know what you should do with them, and if your team collectively decides that's the best way to do it, and she can, which she does have the ability to, it's pretty impressive.
Bernie dumps it into the zone, but it's taken on now by the Buffaloes. And lugging ahead now is Daly. Daly and Wada in a 2-on-2. Daly takes it way out wide, and she drops it off, and Bernie's going to be the first one to it. but a strong effort, and now the Buffaloes with a short side shot and unable to put that away for the Buffaloes. Now it's taken ahead and lugged into the zone by the Flames. Greenwood on the puck, and it gets taken away by Wada. Wada sends it all the way down the ice and stretches past everybody, and that'll be an icing.
Yeah, back to McDonald. Her stride is, I mean, she takes minimal strides throughout that neutral zone, and she goes from blue line to blue line like it's nobody's business. And like you said, flipping those pucks up into the air and letting her go get them, and that must be a pretty fun job, huh?
Yeah. Just know that you can generate offense just by flipping a puck as far as you can and knowing you have a player fast enough to go get it.
Yeah.
Reminds you of Mikael Grabner in his prime.
Exactly.
Going after it now and gaining possession is Tipping. Tipping reverses direction and brings it back up through neutral ice and flips it ahead where it's pinned off by Hannafy.
Yeah, you see Liberty here bringing it back into their own zone to make sure everyone is on the same page and regrouping and wheeling that puck to make sure that they get the entry zone that they want to with this Colorado team here.
Both teams battling for it along the near wall. It's kicked around behind, and Hannafy will go after it. Hannafy trying a long lead pass, and not ready for it there was MacArthur, and that leads to a turnover, and Bradford dumps it into the zone.
Smart play, dump it in the corner and go chase it.
Hannafy twists it along. It's taken now by McIver. McIver leaves it for Hannafy. Hannafy tries to go back to McIver, but that's off the mark. Now a wrist shot from the blue line doesn't find its way on frame. Gets kicked back out, and it doesn't make it all the way to John, and it gets flipped down, and going after it and gaining possession is Como. Como for Bradford. Bradford ahead for Fair. Fair dangles by one. She leaves it off now for DeMerchant. DeMerchant loses it to McIver, and the Buffaloes try to go back the other way. Now dumped in by DeMerchant. Doesn't get all the way in, though, as Kieft stops it. Now Kieft plays one off the backhand, looking for McIver. McIver works it into the zone, and it's taken on now by the Buffaloes, but it kicks back out almost to neutral ice, but it's pinned in for the moment, and now is played around the faceoff circle by John.
Yeah, Kieft is doing a real good job looking for her wingers in that neutral zone and making sure she's making the smart play rather than the risky one to help their offensive zone entry.
Now the Flames looking to get it out of their own end. They will do so successfully. It's now battled for along the near side. And Smeebert pokes it onwards where it's taken now by Kieft. Kieft works her way by one. Now lugs it through neutral ice, dangles past a second, but loses possession of it. And she goes to ice, and it's dumped around the corner where it's taken now. And now battled for around behind. It gets sent around, and now Kieft on it again. Kieft spins by one, and her wrist shot gets sticked away by Kerr. And we're now halfway through this hockey game.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd say Colorado looks a little bit flat-footed, but maybe it's just the overpowering speed of these Liberty University Flames. They're cruising, and they're making it count when they need to, and they're up by 3 goals.
Up and halfway through this game, and a 3-goal lead for the Flames, and we're going to go to immediate timeout. We'll be back after the break.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron's Championship Rings, the official ring vendor for all ACHA National Champions and Hall of Famers. And by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
And we're back halfway through the second period. The Flames currently lead at 4-1, but we've seen a strong pushback this period from the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah, you see the Buffaloes down there regrouping. Their head coach, Ashley Rebeck, she's drawn something out on the board. She's telling her her plan, and let's see if they can all get on the same page and make that a collective action for going here with about 10 minutes left in the second.
I'd say 10 minutes into the second period, Chantel Kerr has been tested way more in these 10 minutes than she was the first 20.
Yeah, exactly. I would agree with that, and she's doing a good job too. She looks confident. She's square to the puck. She's following it, going post to post. She's coming out of her crease when she needs to, and not letting those rebounds be a factor for her play here today.
So now the Buffaloes getting set for a defensive zone draw, and they'll win it back behind the net, and it's taken on by Gibson. Gibson looking to kick it out in front, and Como gets taken down, and that will be a tripping call and a power play upcoming for the Flames.
Yeah, if you're Colorado here, you're trying to stay away from the box as much as possible, because when Liberty gets on this power play, they just command respect, I would almost say. They're going up to their point. They're playing it below the goal line. They're making sure that two people are on that puck if it does come loose, and looks like they run this system pretty frequently in practice, I might say.
Yep, and now Wada headed to the box for the Flames, and she's another player that is usually involved in the penalty kill, so that hurts to lose her. And now it's controlled by Bernie, and Bernie goes to Tipping. Tipping works it down for Smeebert. Smeebert tried to set it up out in front. That doesn't work, and now Tipping plays it back for Smeebert. Smeebert goes cross ice for Bernie. Bernie works it down low. Now it's sent back up to the point for Tipping. Tipping takes a shot, and she gets it all the way through and buries it. A lot of traffic out in front. I doubt Hartman ever saw it, and it's 5-1 Flames.
I was going to say, Liberty put that traffic in front of the net, and maybe a little bit of a screenplay right here, and that puck was going by. She not even took a snapshot. She kind of just floated it in there and got the result she wanted. Those shots are going to get you some goals.
Yep. Doesn't matter how fast the puck is going if the goalie never even knows it's on its way.
Exactly.
Yep, just a wrist shot from the blue line, found its way all the way through, and it's put home. Might have been deflected out in front by Gilmore, but we'll see what is the official call.
Let's stoppage of play a little bit. It's going to come down into a defensive zone here for the Flames.
9:05 to go in the second period. Both teams getting set for this puck drop.
Nice little little play here for the center for Liberty. She did everything she could to win that draw, and
the play gets sent down low, and battling for it there is John. John loses possession, and it's taken ahead by the Flames, and a long lead pass from McDonald. McDonald catches up to it. She's looking to kick it out in front for Smeebert, but unable to do so. A great defensive play by Isabert.
And say she angled her out there down to the corner and didn't give her a chance to get that shot off like she was going to, and great defensive play by Colorado.
McDonald with a good chance there on a second try opportunity after they took the puck back from Isabert. Smeebert set her up perfectly in a wired shot right for the short side corner, snared by the trapper of Hartman.
Yeah, you're that Liberty defenseman, and you see two right in front of you. You're sending that puck straight to her, and she's gone.
Speaking of gone, Ash is gone from the face-off circle, and we'll have a swap and drop from McIver. And the Flames score right off the draw.
That was nice. These girls, they seem to be taking what the game gives them right now, and the game's giving them 5-1 right now.
Quick turnaround shot for Bradford, found its way on the short side of Hartman, and a 4-goal lead for the Flames.
Yeah,
it was a turnaround shot from DeMerchant, tipped by Bradford.
Looks like it almost went far side here, and
yeah, it did. Far side, deflected right into the post by Bradford. Perfect deflection, nothing Hartman can do about it.
Yeah, once again, Colorado's defenseman really needs to start helping her out back there. She was left all alone.
Como just holding him behind the net. She'll sit there all day if there's no forecheck, and finally the Buffaloes force her out. And it's lugged ahead by Carroll. Carroll dumps it in down low, and now the Flames have it around behind. Kick it right out into the slot. No one there, and a quick shot from the point by Como. Doesn't find its way on goal. Lyle going after it, and now both teams battle for it, and Carroll comes away with it, but only briefly. And now it's taken by Greenwood. Greenwood from the backhand, wrist one. That one patted away by Hartman.
Yeah, these Liberty girls, they do a great job of coming out of the corner with speed and driving it to the net. And that's the way those deflections are going to happen. And they do a great job of it. They're cycling it, they're bringing it to the net, and they're involving everyone on the ice.
So Liberty Flames up 5 goals with 7:35 to go in the second period. You're the Buffaloes. I mean, there's still enough time to come back, but you got to act fast.
You do. And
now it's 6 goals as Tipping with a wrist shot from the blue line, and it just finds its way upstairs, far side. Again, Hartman this time screened by her own team. It's tough at this point if you're Hartman, because you saw your fellow goaltender get pulled at 3. Now it's up to 7, and you know you're in it for the long haul.
yeah, I mean, she's back there though. She's not hanging her head. These goalies tend to be pretty tough on themselves, but she can't be. She's doing the best she can, and people in front of her really need to help her out right now, and she's doing what she can for them right now.
Yeah, you could see on that blue line wrist shot from Tipping, both of her defensemen and Bernie for the Flames were all right in front of her. She never saw it. Now McDonald trying to work it out of the zone, but it's taken now by MacArthur. MacArthur's wrist shot gets blocked off, and it gets played into the corner by the Flames. Kicked out from MacArthur. MacArthur's wrist shot is a good, strong save from Kerr. You worry about a goalie getting cold. We've talked about it when there aren't a lot of shots headed their way, but Kerr got that one. First shot she's faced in a while.
Yeah, you do, but she came out to that puck. Her defensemen were helping her out, and she had that, saw it, and made the save.
Ash versus DeMerchant on this defensive zone. Flames draw. And the Flames will win it and send it back around where it's played around the boards. Flames still control in their own defensive zone. With it right now is Bradford. Bradford lugging through neutral ice, and she'll dump it into the zone. Going to go around the boards and be taken by DeMerchant. Merchant pinched off the puck there, but it's quickly taken back by Fair. Fair loses it back, and battling for it is Hannafy. And eventually the Buffaloes come away with it in the form of Ash. Ash mishandles it, and now it's sent down low again for Fair. Fair takes a wrist shot, and that one covered up by Hartman. And with 6:17 to go in the second period, we'll have a face-off.
Yeah, good low shot from Hartman. She's going to drive that net with both of her other line mates and hopefully get some scoring opportunities out of those. And those are the ones you like to see. Like we said earlier, it doesn't have to be pretty, but
chance is a chance.
Exactly.
Quick chance off the draw, and another shot, and that one buried. A great shot from Mackenzie Carroll, her first goal of the tournament. Yeah. And just like that, the Flames are up 8-1.
Yeah, like we said, that low shot, it's going to get those results you want when you have everyone crashing the net like that.
Shot right off the face-off from Greenwood, and we're swapping goalies again. They're going back to Warrens in the goal, and gonna guess that Hartman's day is done, and she's probably just fine with that at this point.
Yeah, that's hard to see, especially when she's a last line of defense at this point. If your team isn't helping you out there, there's not much you can do.
Puck kicked around behind and played by Isabert. Played ahead now, and MacArthur gonna try to show some signs of life for the Buffaloes. Arthur looks to kick it out in front, but the Flames chop it down. And it gets kicked free, and now here comes Lyle. Lyle tries to duck by one, and she gets tied up and taken to the ice. No call on anything there, though. Now it's taken on by Keefe, the lone goal scorer for the Buffaloes today. Keefe's wrist shot gets patted away by Kerr. And now it's battled for by MacArthur. MacArthur kicks it free, but it's taken now by the Flames.
Yeah, you really got to commend Colorado for coming out here, and you can tell, especially this line they're still hustling, they're still looking for these opportunities and bringing it in right now.
Daly works one right into the slot, kicks up to the blue line for a shot through traffic, and a good little bounce-up play there, and Kerr able to grab it.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity. They're keeping a level head. There's not much when they come to that front of the net. Girls aren't pushing each other, not chirping each other, and they're still, like I said, they're still skating hard, and they're not going to give up. They've made it this far, and rightfully so. They earned it, and might not be the outcome that they're looking for, but they're doing what they can.
There's a penalty upcoming, and the Flames are going to go to the power play, up 7 goals already. This is not something that you want to see happening right now if you're the Buffaloes.
No, it's not. But you know, like I said earlier, they seem to be keeping a pretty level head, and they're talking down there on the bench, and it doesn't look like they're losing control, but let's hope it doesn't escalate any further than this.
The Merchant works it down low. McDonald looking to kick it out in front. That doesn't work. She goes up to the point for McLeod. McLeod back for McDonald. McDonald sends it cross ice and tapped in and buried. A beautiful goal there and a great backdoor play.
Yeah, that was. She sat right on that backdoor step, and she buried that straight to the back of the net.
I didn't get a good look at who it was that put it in there. We'll have to wait on the replay to figure out who it was. It might have been Lyle on the back door. I'm not sure. Here's the replay. Here comes back door. It was Rachel Gibson who's going to get credit with that one, and it's 9-1 Flames.
Yeah, you can see Warren. She tracked that puck all the way across her crease and went down for the save, and
good chance for McIver here and a backhand try, and then another chance for the Buffaloes, and that one kicks just wide as well. And now here come the Flames.
Yeah, they're waiting back door, and someone was there, just could go right in. That's the action you need to be taking down there on the ice.
John plays it ahead, and it's played further by Carroll. It's kicked ahead and dumped in by Greenwood. And going after it and gaining possession is Kieft. Kieft works by one and brings it out of her defensive zone, looking to work by a couple and does so. Kieft brings it all the way through, and she leaves it for Ash, and Ash's wrist shot is gloved down and covered by Kerr.
Yeah, great effort by Kieft there. She came across the neutral zone and talked about speed earlier, and when she wants to, she has her head up. She's full stride, looking for her teammates, and looking like she could give them one here.
Kieft already has 1 goal. Looking for another one and trying to help her Buffaloes scrape their way back into this game. Face-off taken by McDonald. McDonald flying through neutral ice. She sets up Smeebert. Smeebert's wrist shot gets blocked down. Now sent across the crease, and then it's loose in the slot and poked in there by Smeebert, and it's covered up by Warnes.
McDonald comes across that blue line. She almost creates a turnover for herself, but her speed, she actually returned the puck over to herself. Pretty impressive.
A defensive zone draw for the Buffaloes, and we'll look to win this so that the Flames can't get an offense set up. Face-off is won by the Buffaloes, and now it's battled for along the near wall as both teams try to come away with it, and the Buffaloes do, and they kick ahead for Daly. And we got a whistle. And a penalty upcoming for the Buffaloes. So already down 9-1. Now they're going to be shorthanded with 3:25 to go in the period.
Yeah, if you're on that Buffalo bench, this is not the sight that you want to be seeing right now. It might be a little discouraging to go back on the kill. What can you do?
If you're the Flames, though, one thing you got to watch out for is don't start looking to the next game yet. That is a quick way to get yourself mentally out of this game, and next thing you know, you let the Buffaloes back into it.
Exactly. You want, like you said, you want to keep it in the back of your mind, but don't make it your main focus, because, like you said, quickly could have a turn for events.
Sent up to the point for McLeod. McLeod goes back down low, and now they play catch back and forth. DeMerchant and McLeod. Sent down low for McDonald. McDonald sends it right across the net mouth, and a good tap-in try there, but unable to get it all the way in was Morris.
Yeah, that would have been a great deflection. She was sitting down, stick on the ice, Winger comes out of the corner, puts it right on her stick, and that's going to get redirected if it keeps happening.
Penalty upcoming as Rachel Gibson goes to the box, and we'll go to 4-on-4 for the next minute 27. Then a 33-second power play for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, you have Ash out here for Colorado. She's going to take the draw, and she's going to try to win it over her right-hand shoulder, and at least that's what I would do. Try to help them out here.
Face-off won by the Flames. That one kicks into the crease, so Kerr will just cover it, and we'll have another face-off.
Yeah, let's have another shot at that. See what Colorado can do.
Ash may look to win it back to Isabert and get a quick shot on goal. Tries to win it over to Kieft, but it kicks back up to neutral ice where it's taken by Isabert. And she dumps it in, and Kerr will settle behind and leave it for Tipping. Tipping banks it off the boards, and taking it now is Gilmore. Gilmore lugs into the zone. Now she has it around behind the Colorado goal. She loses an edge though. And back onto her skates and back on the puck.
Yeah, Liberty is constantly moving their feet in every zone. They're never caught flat-footed, and they're stopping and starting instead of making those big swooping turns, which is really going to make a difference in the speed of your game.
Keefe now on the puck, and she sets it up for Daly. Daly unable to catch that pass cleanly, and it goes now into the near corner, where she twists it around for Ash. And we got a penalty upcoming here. I'm going to guess on the Flames as the Flames defender on top of Ash back behind the goal. I see a penalty upcoming for Tipping, which is not good if you're the Flames, as that is your team's #1 defenseman and assistant captain.
Yeah, you know, these girls wear letters for a reason, and usually the leaders out there on the ice, off the ice, and you look for them to create those plays. And
it's actually a penalty on the Buffaloes. You've been talking about this penalty on Tipping, but Buffaloes are the ones going to the box, and so it's a 4-on-3 now for the next 32 seconds.
Yeah, I got about 2 minutes here left in the second, and that's going to be a Flames power play.
This penalty will overlap by about 3 seconds. A little bit of confusion on what's happening on the draw, but seem to have things figured out. And there's the puck drop. Controlled by Tipping at the blue line. Tipping works it cross ice. And unable to control it there was Bernie, and it gets kicked back out to neutral ice, and Tipping will take it there.
Yeah, when Liberty gets in this offensive zone, they're really utilizing their points and looking for those girls to run the play from, some might call, the top of the umbrella, and get those shots off, low to the ground, traffic in front. That's how it's going to happen.
Flames entry unsuccessful there as they tried to come in offsides. Can't do that, so the draw will come back to neutral ice. Face off one back to Tipping. Tipping in the neutral zone. Lugs it into the offensive end. Now the Flames look to set up their offense. Sends it across for Bernie. Bernie works it down low, and she sets up Tipping. We're back to 4-on-4, even strength here for the next 25 seconds. There, a shot through traffic. That one doesn't get all the way through. And now it's set up. Now Bernie tries to work it into the slot. Ash having none of that. She chops it away. Now Gilmore takes it. Gilmore behind the net, looking to work it out up top. She'll work it up to the point for Serafin. Serafin goes across now for Tipping.
Yeah, you can just see how calm and collected Tipping is on this, or was on that power play. She waited for everything to come to her and really slowed it down.
Keefe tries to work a toe drag on by there, but having none of that were the Flames' defense. And so now with 44.2 to go in the second period, the Flames are officially back on the power play, and we await a defensive zone draw for the Flames. So now draw being set up for both teams awaiting the puck drop, and it's won back by the Buffaloes, and a couple of quick shots there, nothing getting through. MacArthur turns around and she takes a shot, and Kerr covers that one up.
Yeah, good little turnover possession for MacArthur there. She had her head up, came around slot, and put that right on net.
It's interesting. This is some of the most offense we've seen from the Buffaloes in probably about 5 minutes, and it's coming shorthanded.
Exactly. You know, you got to revive your efforts somewhere.
There goes MacArthur. And so Wada on the draw. Wada will win the draw. And a quick shot there from the Buffaloes. Goes wide of the cage. Now it gets sent around behind to be taken on by the Flames. McLeod sets it up, and away comes McDonald. McDonald does a long cross-ice pass, and that one's taken by DeMerchant. DeMerchant working it around behind the net. Kicks it up to the point where it's taken on by McLeod. McLeod goes across ice. Gibson with a shot. Now it's loose in the slot. Both teams jab at it, and it's covered up by Warnes with 4.7 to go.
Yeah, eliminating any chance for a rebound there. And because you know Liberty would be right on top of it if that puck came out even just for half a second.
Seems like any time that a rebound has come out, it's led to a Liberty goal. That's why there's 9 on the board. 5 seconds left. If you're Keefed on this draw, you just want to win it back, and she does so, and it gets cranked around the boards, and that'll be all for 2. The final score at the end of the second period, the Liberty Flames and the Colorado 9 and the Colorado Buffaloes 1. We will be back for the last 20 minutes from the Ohio Health Ice House in Columbus, Ohio, right after the intermission. I'm Quinn Kuski. This is my partner, Nora Sewell. And we'll see you back for the start of the third.
She's got to shoot it. And she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st. Never stops, and the fun never ends. Join us all weekend long. Visit ncaa.com/Women's Final Four today.
Hey, this is Betsy from Howie's, and I want to tell you a little bit about our hoodies. They're made with a polyester and pre-shrunk cotton blend, which means they're not going to shrink down on you. They're really thick and super soft on the inside. They also have these classy Howie's cloth laces on them. So whether you're at the rink or out on the pond, I know you're going to love this hoodie.
My name is Kelly Lorenz, and I'm the Team Store Specialist here at Aries. AriesTeamStore.com is our solution to helping coaches put together spiritwear sales and fundraising.
My name is Adam Walters, and I'm the head boys and girls track coach at Olentangy Orange High School. The fundraising feature of AriesTeamStore.com is nice because you can add $1 or $2 to every item, and then if you have 100 kids and they all buy one item, you just made a quick, easy $100 or $200. It's effective and simple, easy to use, and you get great apparel.
Hey, this is Jason with Howie's Hockey Tape, here to tell you about our top quality polo shirts. For any occasion, whether you're out on the golf course or out with friends. Our dry fit polo will keep sweat away from your body and keep you on your game. Stay dry, cool, and looking good with your Howie's polo.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?
For over a century, Columbus has had an appetite for sports. As our city grew, so did our ravenous hunger for more. More sports, more of the time. And not just the mainstream, we wanted it all. A sports city founded on determination, focus, strength. We were never mediocre, and to this day, we never settle. We're a bunch of sports-crazed, competition junkies dying to sink our teeth into whatever game, match, tournament, league, or season thrown our way. You see, Columbus is full of passion. Passion for all that sports embody. Hope, challenges, progress. As we continue our journey to be one of the world's best sports destinations, it's clear Columbus has no off-season.
Hello, this is Harriet Howie's. Not all hockey pucks are created equal. This is a Canadian-made high-density rubber puck. It is chip resistant. If you'd like, we'll put your team's logo on a case of these pucks. This is a good product.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway, we'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
And we're going to take a look at some of the second period highlights here.
Maybe.
And here we go. There's the early goal from Kieft, an absolute bomb from the top of the circles. Just blew it right by Kerr, never even had a chance.
Yeah, head up the whole time, slips that high glove.
Then there came a second chance very soon after it, a great shot, but a stronger save from Kerr. And then in came the Flames. They said, oh, you can score, we can do that too.
Exactly, short side. Goes right by her.
Good glove save there from Hartman, trying to keep her team in the game, but a turnaround shot from Demerchant deflected by Bradford, far side. Not much you can do about that one.
No, she makes the effort to come across her crease, but kind of gets stuck out there on that post.
Shot kind of went against the grain, hard to save. Tipping, fires through traffic, manages to put it right in the top right corner. Not a chance for Hartman. She couldn't even see it.
No. Got a offensive player and defensive player both screen at the same time. It's going to make it really hard for you to make that play.
Shot right off the draw there. Rebound comes out, buried behind Hartman. And I believe that was the end of her night. It was. That was the end of Hartman's night. They went back with the original goalie, Warrens. She tried to come across for this pass and just got buried 5-hole. And that led to the 9-1 scoreline that we're at now. So we're going to go to break, and we'll be back for the start of the second period here on the ACHA YouTube network.
She's got to shoot it. And she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st. Never stops and the fun never ends. Join us all weekend long. Visit ncaa.com/Women's Final Four today.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
We are back for the start of the third period here at the Ohio Health Ice House in Columbus, Ohio. The scoreline currently is 9-1 Liberty Flames over the Colorado Buffaloes. And we're underway for the third.
Yeah, let's see how Colorado responds here, if they're going to get some opportunities or they're going to play a more defensive game. Hope that gap doesn't grow any wider.
And they got to score a lot of goals and very quickly if they want to advance to the finals to play Adrian.
Yeah, it's end of your season, you're done here if you don't pull this win out, and it's a little disheartening, but like we said earlier, to be here is still something to be proud of itself.
just getting here means you're one of the top 4 teams in the entire nation. Definitely something to be proud of. John controlling, and she sends it back. Back and forth they go. John with possession right now. Now out of Fort and a penalty upcoming. And it will be a penalty on the Buffaloes as whistled while Dally had possession. We got a hook upcoming and a power play upcoming for the Flames.
Yeah, nice little defensive play, turned wrong for Buffalo. They started off pretty strong, creating that turnover, and here we go. See if they can ice this puck, kill this penalty, and move from there.
And if you're the Flames, you're going for double digits here. We'll see what happens. Face off one back and controlled by Gibson. Gibson walks it down low. She takes a wrist shot. That one patted away by Warrens. Now, a couple players scrap at it, and it kicks free. Gets sent up to the blue lines for DeMerchant. DeMerchant goes for McLeod. McLeod lets one go through traffic. That one doesn't wind up on frame.
Yeah, these Colorado defense gotta make sure these forwards, these Liberty forwards, are getting cleared out in front of the net, because right now she's screening her and she's not gonna be able to see that puck as it comes in.
Gibson's shot gets kicked out wide, and the rebound opportunity there doesn't find its way on frame.
Yeah, when they're screening, they also have someone backdoor waiting for that opportunity. They're not gonna let up here.
Cycling around, and a quick shot there from DeMerchant, and that one found its way home. Came out on the rebound and was buried by Allie Morris, and it's 10-1 Flames.
If you're Colorado, it's got to be a little bit tough coming back to the bench after that, but they're staying in control down there. They're composed, and they're making their changes and doing what they have to do to get out of this game right now.
If you're the Buffaloes, it's feeling like a bit of a foregone conclusion at this point, but they'll continue to play hard, and at this point, it's a game for pride.
Exactly.
Passed ahead now, and the Flames in possession in their own defensive end. And it's kicked out and played ahead by Gibson. Gibson continuing to go after it, and she has possession, and she sends it around the boards.
Yeah, Gibson there, she fought through three Colorado Buffaloes, and strong on her feet, strong on her stick, and she's going to win that battle if she keeps moving.
Dumped in by Turner, and now the Buffaloes come back out, and it's sent around the boards for Kerr as the Buffaloes go off for a change. Now from their defensive zone, it gets kicked out for Carroll. Carroll bringing it through neutral ice, and she dumps it around the boards and goes after it herself.
Liberty's doing a great job of utilizing these sideboards here, dumping it, cycling it, and making sure every play that they're out there, they're doing something to advance this lead. At least that's the goal, I assume.
Dally plays it ahead, looking for Wada. Passed a bit too far. Como takes it, and now it's taken on by John. John passes ahead for Lyle. Lyle goes back down low for John. John sitting with it behind her own net. She passes ahead now, and it's taken on by Carroll. Carroll passes ahead for Greenwood, and Greenwood's dumping attempt, kicks up into the bench and out of play, so we'll have a face-off.
Yeah, I got to come right outside that offensive zone for Liberty here, and you're going to want to advance that, or if you're Colorado, win that back to your D, come wheel up to the neutral zone and gain some speed.
Face-off one over. Played by Danos. Danos sets up for MacArthur. MacArthur for McIver. McIver unable to put one home. Now it's taken ahead, and the Buffaloes lose possession of it. And a good move there, and here comes Bradford. Bradford bringing it in down low, and she gets pulled down from behind. You got to think this could be a penalty shot.
It could be, but I really want to commend Leah MacArthur here for her effort tonight. She's coming out every shift. She's not stopped moving her feet. She doesn't look like she's too defeated by this, and there's a reason she's wearing that letter. She's setting an example for her teammates the way you should be handling this, and she's doing a great job.
We're going to have 2 minutes for a hold. No penalty shot there for Bradford. And another power play upcoming for the Flames.
Yeah, let's see how they respond here. You got Ash winning these draws for a team. She knows what she needs to do. She knows defensively, offensively. She knows it.
Face off won by the Flames, and it goes all the way back to their own defensive end. Tipping with it behind her own net. And gets kicked out and taken ahead now by Gilmore. Gilmore bringing it down low. Kicks it up high, and it's taken on now by Tipping.
Yeah, Dreyer does a good job of making her take that around the net approach and pushing her off in the corner. It's a good defensive play, angling her off. That's what you like to see.
Tipping back up at the blue line now, and she sets it up for Bernie. Bernie goes down low, and it's taken by Fair. Fair tries one right across the net mouth. Now it's jabbed at, and no one able to put it home there. Gilmore had the best shot at it.
Yeah, Warren's on her back. They're shooting. They're gonna get another goal there. She needs a little bit of help from these Buffalo defensemen right now.
It's a bit of help there as they clear it all the way down, and it gets settled by Kerr behind the net. It's controlled now by Tipping. Tipping sends it forward, and DeMerchant unable to make a play on it. Delayed offsides, and now the Buffaloes can enter the zone. 40 seconds left. They've done a good job so far on this kill.
Yeah, Larry does a great job, not even just...
DeMerchant working it through everybody. She takes a shot and buries it. Coast to coast. DeMerchant just works her way by the entire team and then snipes one short side past Warrens, 11-1.
I was going to say, she came goal line to goal line, head up the entire time. Left-hand shot, comes the top of the circles. You know, if you're a lefty, you're gonna go low blocker every time. That's your vantage point, and she did. She took advantage of it, and she sure earned that goal for herself. That's pretty impressive. Number 8, way to go.
Face off won and controlled by the Buffaloes. Daly plays it ahead for Wada. Daly backhands one. It kicks free and gets taken on now.
Yeah, good opportunity for Daly. Making it count where she can.
Puck loose in the offensive end. The Flames, and it eventually kicks free and neutral ice, and John plays over for Gilmore. Gilmore sets it up for Greenwood. Greenwood loses the puck, but it's taken now by Como. Como takes a wrist shot looking for deflection there. Lyle unable to get a stick on it, and it kicks back free. And it's taken on now by the Buffaloes. It there, and dumping it in was Hannafy.
Good idea. When you have this lead or down by this many, you just want to make the safe plays right now.
That one gets dumped in by Fair, settled around behind by Warrens. It kicks free and comes out to be played ahead by Isabert.
Yeah, Colorado, 12 skaters. You must be exhausted, and not just physically but mentally at this point. It's trying.
You're in the third period in your third game in 4 days. You were thankful for the day off yesterday, but the Flames got that same day off, and they were much more rested coming into that day off than they were.
Yeah, bigger roster, more lines to roll, not going out every other shift. It definitely makes a difference for you.
Puck kicks free for Bradford. She plays ahead for Fair. Fair bodied off the puck, and now it's taken ahead by Bradford. Bradford loses control and is taken by Danos. Danos loses it, and away come the Flames. Bringing it in now and working it to the forehand, and a good opportunity there, but being taken down was Gibson. And now here come the Buffaloes. MacArthur, she takes a shot, that one wide. Danos trying to come in on the forecheck and take it back, but now it comes to the stick of Bernie, and it's back out to neutral ice.
Yeah, Liberty does a great job of making these passes count. You're taught at an early age in hockey that you want to pass where your teammates are going to be instead of where they were, and you can see that just that basic fundamental strategy is playing out really well for them here today and the rest of the tournament.
Morris dumps it into the zone where it's taken on now by Dreyer. Dreyer plays it ahead for Ash. Ash tries to work by, but it's taken now by Morris. Morris drops off to McDonald. McDonald takes a shot all the way through, and she buried it.
Yeah,
and
nice.
Just like that, it's 12-1.
Nice little drop pass, making her teammates aware she's there. She's ready for that shot, and like you said, that's going to make this game 12-1. Liberty Flames.
Yeah, both these teams at this point are just waiting on this third period to be over, and they're just ready to get out of here.
Yeah, approximately 12 minutes left, and maybe you're Colorado, you're trying to keep your head above water a little bit and hoping that you can do what you do.
Carroll bringing it into the zone. Her pass attempt there goes off the mark. Now Lyle going hard after it into the boards. And now it's taken away by Kieft. Kieft gets taken down from behind. No call on that. Oh no, we do have a call on that, I apologize. And there will be a power play upcoming for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, sometimes those collisions, I'd call them maybe a little bit hard to avoid. Got to keep your head up. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings and get caught up sometimes like that.
One thing I can commend both these teams for is this game has not gotten out of hand and, you know, a scrumming or scrappy nature, you know, no real confrontations after the whistle, things like that. When a game gets out of hand on the score line like this, sometimes you can see that happening.
Yeah.
But props to the Buffaloes not letting that happen tonight.
Exactly. You want to keep a level head, and these girls are doing a great job of that. It's a sign of a good team on the ice and in the locker room as well.
Now the Flames in possession is Fair, looking for a shorthanded opportunity here. Fair works it around behind the net. Now it's battled for. Fair continues to scrap for it, and Buffaloes take possession back, and it's kicked around now for Kieft. Kieft with possession, works her way by one. She passes ahead, and that one's intercepted, and now coming back the other way is Bradford. Bradford puts on the brakes, makes a move by, takes a wrist shot. That one gets deflected in front by Demersion, but skips just wide.
Yeah, Kieft does a real good job here. You watch her wheel this puck all the way from out behind the net and gives her best effort and goes for the change.
McIver tried a sharp angle shot, that one off the mark. Daly controls now on her offensive end. Daly working it down low into the slot. She takes a shot, and that one covered up by Kerr, and we'll have a face-off with 10:37 to go in the third period.
Yeah, getting those low shots, giving opportunities for a rebound, and that's what they need to do. Get another goal, Colorado.
If you're Colorado, just mentally, it would help to just score one. I mean, it's just a pride point. It's just for pride now.
I agree.
That one gets kicked all the way down by the Flames, and skating back to get it is Hannafy. Hannafy with possession now. She plays out from behind the net. Gets it right back from McIver, and now she controls at neutral ice. She plays ahead, hoping to connect with DePonio. One kicks around behind and is taken by the Flames. Flames play it high off the glass and all the way back down. 25 seconds to go in the Buffaloes power play. It's taken around behind now by Hannafy once more. Hannafy plays ahead and is taken on now by Dreher. Dreher loses possession. And now it's dumped all the way down by the Flames once again with 4 seconds to go in their kill. And now Kieft with it, and we're back to even strength. Kieft lugs it all the way through neutral ice into the offensive end. She takes a shot right into the chest of Kerr, and she covers up for a draw.
Yeah, nice little shot there. Maybe a little bit high for the 5-hole, but had the right idea. Came from the goal line, regrouped, and tried to make a simple play happen here.
What I can say is, well, this game has become a game for pride. The Buffalo supporters are still screaming very loud and making their presence felt.
They are. It's important, and it does. It helps out a lot when you're down at this deficit. So, still got your fans up there cheering you on.
Bernie just got laid out by Kieft, and we have a penalty upcoming for that one. Body checking, no surprise. Bernie tried to get by, and Kieft, probably a little bit frustrated with where this game's at right now, just decided to take her out, and a power play for the Flames.
I'd agree. Like we said, for the most part, remaining level-headed, but sometimes you can get caught up there and get into a situation that you might not be able to reverse.
Another power play opportunity upcoming for the Flames as they start this one off, as always, with an offensive zone faceoff. Draw is won by the Flames and controlled by McLeod. McLeod playing catch back and forth now. Sent down low, and DeMerchant deflects it onwards. Played back up to the point by McDonald. DeMerchant works it across. She goes to the near side now. It gets taken on by the Buffaloes. Now we'll have a stoppage as the puck kicked up out of play. Faceoff will come back to neutral ice. And with 1:34 to go on the power play, both teams will make line changes to their second units.
Yeah, Colorado Buffaloes, number 22, Melissa DePonio, she did a great job of controlling the point there, making sure took away that space for Liberty, and she did a good job there. Good kill for her.
Bernie with possession now for the Flames, and she loses it to MacArthur. MacArthur bringing it in with Dowley in front. She looks to pass to Dowley. That pass off the mark, though. It goes off the outside the cage. Dowley twists around. Out in front for MacArthur, but a good save from Kerr. Keeping only one on the board now for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, once again, MacArthur, great effort by her. She's not giving up. She's doing a great job out here. Every time she has the puck, she's looking to do something with it, and that's awesome to see here for her. She's tapping her teammates on the back and letting them know she's there for them, and she's proud of what she's doing here, and she should be. She's a real team player, and it's really good for her, and it's nice to see.
Dowley just took an unsportsmanlike penalty along the near wall. She grabbed Tipping's stick out of her hands and threw it across the ice.
Yeah, maybe not something there you want to see, but we've got the right idea down here right now.
So now a 5-on-3 for the Flames. Gilmore on the draw alongside of MacArthur. Face off won by the Buffaloes, but now it's controlled by Tipping. Tipping sends it down low. It's passed back up to the point. Tipping leaves it for Smeebert. Smeebert goes back down low looking for Fair. It's sent back up to the point now where it's taken by Tipping. Tipping lets a shot go. That one goes high. And now Bernie with it, and she tries to jam it home short side. Now everyone jamming at it, and eventually it's covered up by Warnes. And with 35 seconds left in the 5-on-3, 1:31 to go in the advantage, we have a draw.
Yeah, we got Colorado out here. I'm assuming that they're gonna try their best to fight off these shots coming from the point. That seems to be like where they're aiming to come from. Setting up that pretty simple, basic power play, and it seems to be working out for them here today.
Face off, one back to Gibson. Gibson plays cross ice, and the Flames still hold possession. McLeod playing catch right now and getting passed back and forth between McLeod and Greenwood. McLeod goes back to Greenwood. Greenwood goes cross ice now for Gibson. Gibson takes a shot, that one off the mark. It comes back out for Greenwood. Greenwood to McLeod. McLeod lets one go, deflected a couple times. That one went off the post and stayed out. Now a shot for Morris. That one doesn't get through. Now Morris sends it around for Lyle. Lyle up to McLeod. 5-on-4 now as Kieft is out of the box. McLeod. Back for Greenwood. Greenwood lets one go. That one gets deflected right in front but doesn't find its way home. That one tipped right out into the slot, but the Buffaloes are there. They send it all the way down.
Yeah, McLeod does a great job of taking her options out there at the point. She's looking around, she's making sure she does what's safe, what's smart, and here she comes, and let's see what they set up here.
McLeod up ahead for Smeebert. Smeebert sends it up over for Bernie. Bernie up to the blue line for Tipping. Tipping back for Smeebert. Smeebert for Tipping. Tipping loses an edge, and that's going to lead to a breakaway for MacArthur. Bernie coming up behind her, but she's not going to get there. MacArthur takes a shot, and she puts it wide. Good shorthanded opportunity there.
Yeah.
MacArthur and Bernie are just fighting now in the corner. Now Kerr coming over to get involved. And while this is all going on, there's shots coming on the Flames offensive end, and we got penalties upcoming. I don't know who on. MacArthur and Bernie, I would assume, are both going in the box.
Yeah.
And maybe Kerr as well. I mean, the goalie came out of the net and went into the corner and got involved. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I'm not sure her motive behind that. You're up 11 goals. There's no need to come out of your net and maybe egg someone on for that. They look like they could handle that themselves. They look like it was just a little bit of a misunderstanding, and from my view up here, but tensions are high, energy's high, and gotta keep that level head mentality that we keep talking about. And
MacArthur appears to be the only one headed to the box. Well, I would say the confrontation was definitely started by Bernie. But a lot of chatting going on right now as refs try to figure out where penalties are being assigned and who they're being assigned to. Bernie's still on the ice, so clearly not one to her. Players make their way to the offensive zone as we get ready for this power play for the Flames.
Yeah, another Flames power play here. Seems to be a reoccurring event we are witnessing, and let's see how it goes.
Face-off is won by the Buffaloes, and Kieft immediately rips it all the way down. Settled around behind by Kerr. Kerr sets it up for John. John for Smeebert. Smeebert pressured from behind by Wada. Now it's taken on by Fair. Fair twists around, plays it off the boards, and Wada pestering her, but Fair comes away with possession.
Yeah, Wada's making the smart play there, trying to keep it at side and prevent it from coming to the middle where those shots are coming from.
Bernie tries a shot, that one gets blocked down. Now battled for off of the cage and covered up by Warrens, and we'll have a draw.
Yeah, about 5:31 here left in the third, and Liberty's really taken command from first, I'd say, 20 seconds of this game, getting their first goal. And you know, if you're Colorado, that's deafening, and it's hard to climb out of that hole when you come out here ready to play, and that happens. But they've done what they can to make this a good last game for their season, I believe.
I mean, the Buffaloes came out to start the second period, scored in 15 seconds, had a couple chances right after that, and it looked like they might be getting back in the game, and I think the Flames felt the exact same thing, and they just turned up the intensity, turned up the pressure. Next thing you know, it's 12-1. Yeah. Greenwood loses possession at neutral ice, and it's taken on now by Hannafy.
Yeah, good little play at the red line for Hannafy. She gets that into the offensive zone for her team after some hard work put in the neutral zone.
Hannafy works it around the zone, and it's taken by Carroll, and now twisted on for Morris. Morris sees it pop way up into the air. She can't find it, and finally it's touched up, and it was offsides all along. So the faceoff will come back to neutral ice.
Yeah, those pucks going up above your head sometimes. You hear everyone yelling, feet, feet, it's in your feet, and you're looking down, but the puck's still up there.
Neutral zone draw coming here. Courtney Gilmore on the draw, the graduate student out of Hamilton, Ontario, and captain of this team, will take the draw up against the senior Kathleen Ash out of Lakewood, Colorado.
Yeah, you gotta imagine Colorado, if you're a senior, put your heart and soul in this team, and it's hard to leave your team after 4 years, at least 4 years on this team, and not maybe the way you want to go out, but like we've repeated before, being here is something to commend for itself.
Puck battled for, and Bernie sends it back down low, where it's taken on now by the Flames. Flames send it back up to the blue line, and we're back to even strength. John goes back across the ice for Smeebert. Smeebert takes a shot, and that one a little bit wide, and gets kicked back around the boards, where it's taken on now by Gilmore. Gilmore's pass off the mark, and now Daly comes out of the box and gains possession. Daly works her way by John. She sets it up for Kieft. Kieft's shot loose in front, and covering it up And holding for the draw is Kerr.
Yeah, great shift from Dally. She read that play in her own zone and got that turnover, came across the blue line, went hard to the net, created a scoring opportunity off a rebound, and great shift from her. Let's finish it out here. 3:45 left.
2 minutes Dally spent in the box might have been the longest she's gotten to sit all game outside of the intermissions.
Yeah, no, it's she's working hard. She's going out there every other shift, and man, especially against this Liberty team with their speed and their quickness and the movement that they create with the puck up and down the ice, I can imagine she's pretty exhausted. But like I just said, she's still working.
And we're gonna take a media timeout, so we'll be back shortly.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by the Columbus Blue Jackets. For tickets and more, visit bluejackets.com. R-Bar, the official ACHA 2018 Nationals post-game hangout and best hockey bar in Columbus. And by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission. Columbus has no off-season.
And we're back with 3:45 to go in the third period. The Flames leading 12-1, and they're already mentally preparing for the game tomorrow night against the Adrian Bulldogs.
Yeah, you can, on that last replay there, you see that shot from Keith and a little bit of opportunity. Dally goes hard at the net, and that's the way it goes. That's what you're taught, and that's what you practice. And they're putting it into play here.
Buffaloes, even though they're down 11 with under 4 minutes to go, no quit as they've continued to battle every step of the way, trying to get some points on the board.
Yeah, you like to see that, especially as a coach. I'm sure that Ashley Beck is pretty proud of her girls here. I know I would be.
MacArthur plays it cross ice, attempting to hit Danos with a pass. That one goes off the mark, and the Flames send it back out. And winning the race down the ice is Carroll, so no icing. Both teams battling away at it. It gets kicked free, and John sends it back around the boards where it'll be taken around behind by Kieft. Kieft with possession. She sets it ahead now for Danos. Danos dumps it in, and she'll go off for a change. Kerr settles around behind. Now it's taken on by John. John works it ahead, and it's taken by DeMerchant. DeMerchant wanted to pass for Bradford. Bradford stumbled there for a second, but still managed to at least get a piece of the puck. Now it gets sent around behind, where it kicks back out along the near wall and is taken on by the Buffaloes. Now is Hanafy. Hanafy leaves it for Ash. Ash bringing it out of her own defensive end. Continues to lug it. Ash lets a shot go, and that one covered up by Kerr with 2:26 remaining in the third period.
Yeah, that's Ash's third time I've seen her run that play end-to-end with a shot off from the top of the circles, and she seems like that's what she's comfortable doing, and it's good because she's pretty dang good at it.
Kicked out of the blue line. Kieft lets a shot go. That one doesn't find its way on frame. It's sent around behind for Smeebert. Smeebert plays ahead looking for Morris. That one doesn't connect, and now it's worked out by MacArthur. MacArthur lets a shot go, and a good save there. And a lot of traffic out in front with Kerr on top of it.
Yeah, she's down there somewhere in the multitude of players that are surrounding her. And MacArthur, she's out there, and you can see her, she's breathing hard even from up here in the broadcast booth. We can see the effort she's putting forward, and she's doing well.
There, Kieft with possession, but she loses an edge, and now coming back the other way is Turner. Turner works her way down low, and she takes a shot. That one goes off the outside of the cage, and it's taken on now by the Buffaloes. Dally plays it forward, but it's taken by Greenwood, and she dumps it back in, and Isabert will go around behind to play it. Isabert fans on that pass, and Carroll has it, and she drops off now for Lyle. Lyle can't hold it, and now Dally comes away with it.
Yeah, good hustle from Dally. She saw that opportunity to take the puck down into the offensive zone, and She did. She hustled.
Led to a scoring opportunity for the Buffaloes.
Exactly. Minute 28 here left in the third period.
Flames defensive zone draw upcoming. Ash versus Gilmore. Face off one back and is taken by Holly Turner. Turner plays it around for Gilmore. Gilmore dumps it into the zone. Going behind to get it is Hannafy.
Yeah, Liberty has a pretty impressive forecheck here. They're either dumping that puck and chasing it, or all three forwards are coming across with pretty awesome speed.
There, Hannafy leaves it for Danos. There's battled for along the near wall, and Buffaloes managed to hold the zone for now. Now it's worked forward by Gibson. Now played across ice by Gilmore. And gets kicked out to neutral ice, and both teams scrap at it, and eventually it comes away to Como with 35 seconds to go in this match. Como lugging through the defensive end and up to neutral ice. Both teams scrap at it, and we'll have another penalty here upcoming. Body checking call. And into the box will go Ash. With 26.2 to go, one last Flames power play.
Yeah, like we said earlier, might be the longest Ash's, even though Grant is 26 seconds. She's gonna get that break she deserves. She's making an impact out there, and you can tell.
Flames coming in for an offensive zone faceoff. Very well could be the last puck drop of this game. It gets sent all the way down. Kerr will settle it behind, and it's taken on now by Como. Como being pressured by Wada. She plays it around now for Lyle. Lyle loses the puck. And now it's kicked down low again for Wada. Como and Wada battle for it around behind with 5 ticks left. Now the Flames have it. And that'll do it here for the second semifinals game. The matchup is set. The #1 ranked Liberty Flames and the #2 ranked Adrian Bulldogs. And just a dominant effort through and through for the Liberty Flames.
It was. Their speed was impressive. They came here to win this game, and that's exactly what they did. They took every opportunity and capitalized on it, and that's all you can ask for.
And with that, after all the hard-fought battle that we've seen throughout this match, we go to handshakes.
Yeah, it's something you like to see. Sportsmanship from both teams, and some good hockey from these girls today.
If you're the Buffaloes, you got to be proud of where you got to, and
of course,
get ready to start preparing for next season.
It's always in the back of your mind. I mean, these girls don't like to take breaks, and I mean, you love hockey, and you always want to be playing, and you make sure you are. So congratulations to Colorado on a really hard-fought season, and Liberty advances to the final tomorrow.
And so we're going to go through the highlights from the third period. There was an early goal from the Flames, just continuing to capitalize on the dominant effort they had throughout the game. There was the spectacular single effort by Demerchant, a coast-to-coast goal. She brought it all the way, worked it by 3 or 4 players for the Buffaloes, and eventually blew one right by the netminder Warnes. That was probably the best chance of the period there for the Buffaloes. A quick slap shot from Kieft was covered up, and then end of game celebrations as the Flames get ready to prepare for the Adrian Bulldogs tomorrow afternoon.
Yep, quick rest, back at it tomorrow, and I believe both teams are coming to play. You're gonna want to tune in and watch who wins themselves the national championship.
Very different teams, a very defensive team versus a very offensive team. Should be 2 powerhouses coming together, and we should be on for a fantastic match tomorrow.
Exactly, it's gonna be great hockey. You're not gonna want to miss it.
I'm Quinn Kuski, this is my partner Nora Sewell, and we'll see you again tomorrow for the national championship game between the Adrian Bulldogs and the Liberty Flames. That's all. Good night.